What about those eggs? Crazy, yes? Egg prices are up, yes? Do you know this? Do you care? Egg prices are up, yes or yes? Yes. So amazing. Listen to this story. The other day, somebody dropped off about 45 dozen, perfectly clean, all within their code, and they just dropped off 45 dozen eggs. Amazing, yes? Amazing, yes? Because they're like virtual gold at this point, right? So I said to myself, what should I do with these eggs? I said, I know, I'll sell them on eBay. And then I said, no, I can just put a little egg stand on the corner of Pearl and Water Tower, right? And the reality is they dropped off these precious eggs so that we could take care of our sisters and brothers in need. Absolutely lovely, yes or yes? Yes. Absolutely lovely, yes or yes? Yes. So the reality of like the food shortage is real. So even nephew Luke on Friday, right? You got to take care of a family in need. Beautiful, wasn't it? And also on Friday, there was a number of families from Cleveland who have young children that have no food. So they're calling, and I said, I know what I can do. I can give them eggs. Beautiful, yes? So they came out to get these for these families that have young kids, right? And so we obviously got them some rice and beans and other things, but then I handed them the eggs. They're like gold, yes or yes? And oh my gosh, you literally think I just gave them $1 million. And they just looked at these eggs, and they just said, the guy in particular just said, what a blessing. As he held what a blessing. And so we talked for a few moments as he got in his car to drive away. He literally said, I am so blessed. Why? Because he got eggs. So I'm walking away and I'm saying to myself, like, Jesus over and again says, what you do for the least, you do for? Absolutely. So, I mean, thank you, God. We gave him what? Eggs. So I'm walking into the building, and God bless our Women's Guild. So thank you, first of all, to all of you amid all the ice. We collected about $17,500 last week for our community meal program. God bless all of our junior high and high school students that helped us to do this. So they are literally taking some of that, and today is our community meal. So they're preparing fresh stuffed cabbage for about 550 people in our local community. Lovely, yes? And I'm watching them, they're even taking off like the extra chewy part of the cabbage. Crazy, right? And all I could say to myself is, I am so blessed. We are so blessed. That thoughtfulness, that care, the good that we can do together, right? And then I walked into the Mother Teresa room, and there's about 25 of our young people practicing training to be servers. What an amazing thing, like in this part of February, 25 of our young people coming together, and I literally said, I am so blessed. We are so blessed. And then I eventually made my way to my office, and I figure like I gotta get ready for this weekend, so I'm reading the gospel. And honestly, I read it out loud just to make sure I get the whole thing, right? And I'm reading through this, and the whole first part about is being blessed. And the whole second part is about a life of woe. And I started reading this out loud, and it just sounds different. Help me with this for a second. Say, I am blessed. Say the word blessed. And the second half, the word is woe. Say woe. Woe. Blessed? Blessed. It just sounds different, doesn't it? This word? Blessed. This word? Woe. And the gospel is what they call the Sermon on the Plain. You even heard it, everybody on level ground, right? And in the gospel of the plain, the Sermon on the Plain, what Jesus is doing is outlining, first of all, the expectations, if you will, of discipleship, how you and I are called to live every day. And then from there, those expectations, the recipe, if you will, is how we build a better world now and forever, right? And ultimately, though even the way the gospel is laid out, it makes it so clear that you and I have choices. We can choose a life that is, or a life of, and the choice is ours. So the Sermon on the Plain talks to us about what disciples ought to do. The Sermon on the Plain outlines how each of us working together can build that better, kinder, more thoughtful world. And at the heart of the gospel, the Sermon on the Plain, it makes us mindful that we have a choice. Every day we can choose to live a life that is, or a life filled with both now and forever. Number one, as we walk into the week, first of all, God bless you abundantly. From the eggs, to the stuffed cabbage, to the Super Bowl of caring, to serving, to all the things that you do, we do together here at St. Ambrose. Honestly, God bless you abundantly for your yes, for your thoughtfulness, for your support, for the care, for the good that we do together. We are truly blessed. Secondly, every day and every choice you have, you get to make the option. You can live a life that is, or you can choose to live in. I mean, it's a silly little example. When you looked out the window this morning, you could say, I am, or you could say, today, I would suggest you say, whoa, and be very careful on the sidewalks, right? But it's a choice that we make. And it even sounds different. So you can live a life that is, or you can choose to live in a life that is. But that's a choice you and I and we make individually and collectively. And thirdly, this weekend across the diocese is our Catholic Charities appeal. And as good as we do here for our sisters and brothers who are in need here, Catholic Charities is a way of extending that care and that compassion to about 400,000 people across our diocese, across Northeast Ohio. And today is a day for all of us in all the Catholic churches of our diocese to come together to offer support for Catholic Charities so that they can continue the care, the compassion, the mercy that is Jesus Christ. I know that many of you have already responded by mail. God bless you for that. I know that some of you are not able to contribute financially. What is important today is that every family take one of these little envelopes at the end of your pew and simply complete it. Why? Because all of us need to do our part, and whatever your part is, praise be to God. The other piece is that once you respond, you've responded. So like I can tell you even last year, as silly as it sounds, I forgot to fill my envelope out here. Well, Holy Mary, Mother of God, I just kept getting mail all year long, right? So today I'm asking every family, in a moment Travis is going to play a lovely song, please take one of these envelopes. The second piece of this is make sure that you put St. Ambrose someplace on it. As you read in last week's bulletin, every parish has a share that we're called to do. So please make sure that you put St. Ambrose on it so we get credit, if you will, for our share. But what is most important, if you've already responded, put your name, put your address. I've already responded. If your response is, this year I'm going to pray for you, I'm going to pray for Catholic Charities. And if you can make a financial commitment to Catholic Charities, that would be so helpful for all of us working together. So please, pass these down. Please, every family just put one. Whatever your response is, it is. And as I said, God bless you for all of your goodness. Truly, together we are building that kinder, that more loving world in the mind, in the heart that is Jesus Christ. And by the way, this week, if you see me with a little egg stand on Pearl Road, at least you know why.